This video podcast is brought to you by McCarter Online.
Hi, my name is Jesse Perez, and I'm a cast member from the show Argonautika. I play Idman, the blind prophet, and this is a backstage tour, so I'm going to take you back here and show you the magic. This is the Argo. Usually, you know, when I'm blind, this mask kind of centers me and lets me know where I am on stage. As you can see, this isn't wood. This is metal, but you know, magic of the theater, nobody knows that. There's this one point where Athena, the goddess of reason, is pouring rain, which is represented by white confetti in the show. And me, I represent a guard to Peleus. His name is Asterion, but nobody really knows that because they never say my name in the show. And I sweep the rain, or confetti, if you will, into these grates. Safety is the main reason to do all of that because it is a looking glass show. Looking glass theater is very physical. I think their motto is theater without a net. So all right, here we are on the edge of the Argo. So this is an oarlock, and it goes into one of these fixtures here on the floor of the Argo, and this is what holds your oar in place. And we row, as you can see, like this. And when you row like this, I guess we're heading that way. So a lot of the Argonauts, if you notice during the show, when they're rowing this way, start looking behind their shoulder like this. I don't look anywhere because I'm blind. So this is the trapdoor. Dryope pops out of here, the sea nymph who takes Hylas. What else happens here? Oh, the big sea monster pops out of here. The sea monster is represented by Jason Vanderbrake, and he's the tallest member in the cast. I think he measures like 6'8". The guy's a giant. So the sea monster pops out of here, and it's represented by this huge green silk cloth, and he grabs the two eyeballs underneath the cloth, and with his height, he just starts climbing out of the trap like this, and straddles it just like this, I think. Andromeda is saved by Hercules and Hylas. They throw rocks at the sea monster and kill him. So this is the upper level of the Argo, known as the bridge. There's 3 ways to get up here. One is through this upstage ladder, and another way up is this movable ladder. Somebody brings it on through this doorway here. Usually it's Jason Vanderbrake, the really big guy. This drawbridge comes down, and it's run by a crew member off stage with ropes. As you can tell, the bridge section of the Argo is really high up. I don't want to mention any names, but Soren and Andy are scaredy cats. Soren and Andy. At any rate, when there's action up here and you're running up and down this aisle, the bridge sort of shakes, so it's really scary to be up here. That's another entrance here, this little bridge area over here, and there's caution tape here. I don't know why. I'm sure Allison, our stage management, will explain why that's up before the show tonight. Another high level of the Argo is this top ceiling section here, which is a hole that's cut out right at the top, which goddesses can look over into the action of the scene. I hear it's very scary. This is offstage right. Out here, nobody sees what's happening, so it's built, you know, kind of industrial looking, because nobody gets to see this part of the stage. But as you can see, there's a broom, which is my prop as Asterion, which I mentioned earlier. And here's my helmet. This is my helmet. Now, the reason these 2 props are here is because at one point, I'm manipulating a silk wave, and at the end of that scene, the silk is brought to me, and I run off right on this path. I do a quick change behind there in this quick change booth, and I run back on, and as I run back on, Atlee hands me this helmet here and this broom. I put the helmet on and the broom, and I go right back into the scene. The change is like, I'd say, no more than 20 seconds. And here's another prop area. There's a lot of little knickknacks, you know, tchotchkes, if you will. The pregnant pads for the women of Lemnos. Here's the arrow that goes right through Medea. This is the box that holds Phrixus and Helle, which are 2 little puppets. This would be Phrixus in the male, and this would be Helle. And these 2 puppets are placed on top of the golden ram that's manipulated by the tallest guy in the show, Jason Vanderbeek. Medea's poison box, different kinds of potions, liquids. And I really don't want to mess around with that because it's all magical. Oh, here's an Argonaut helmet. You know, it's softer than people think. You know, people think this is made out of metal, but it's really just like, I don't know, you know, fabric and I don't know, casting. Let's go downstairs to the dressing rooms and the green room. So this is one of the green rooms. This is where the actors hang out when they're not on stage, not acting. You know, people that work at the McCarter, they call it random acts of food, and they bring up a huge display of just fruit and cheeses, and it's really great because actors like free stuff. This in here is the other green room. There's a computer in here with the internet, so you can surf the web, if you will, and a piano. If you know how to play the piano, you can keep the, you know, actors that are off stage a little entertained. Young Beethoven. So here we are in our dressing room, my dressing room, mine and Jason Vanderbeek, the tall guy in the show, 6'8". Yeah, it's a little small, but we don't really use it very much because we're usually on stage as Argonauts, so we put on like one costume. There's not a lot of costume changes for the men. A lot of the women have a lot of costume changes, but you know, the guys have it easy. Sometimes when you come in the morning before the show, they'll give you these little notes here, which are notes from the show, and it tells you, you know, where you're veering off course if you're getting too excited or changing something or something went wrong the night before. A note like this will show up and just remind you how you're supposed to do your job. They give us, you know, these little vases to put flowers in, but I guess being guys, we don't get a lot of flowers. These are from the original Argonautika in Chicago, which was over a year ago, and these are my newer ones. I know you really can't tell the difference because they're both really worn in, but they're really nice sandals, and they've lasted a long time, and they're kind of stinky. So thank you for spending some time with me. Enjoy Argonautika when you come check it out.
This podcast has been brought to you by McCarter Theatre in Princeton, New Jersey. Argonautika runs from March 16th until April 6th, 2008. For tickets, call 609-258-ARTS or visit www.mccarter.org.